OPPO RENO 2 comes in gorgeous sleek design with super cheap price range. OPPO RENO 2 available in the market from September 2019. The phone got a 6.5-inch AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The OPPO RENO 2 has installed 8nm Snapdragon 730G processor for its performance with integrated GPU Adreno 618, 8GB of RAM with 128GB or 256GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 256GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has excellent quad camera setup on the back side. 48MP main shooter with f1.7 aperture and a 13MP telephoto lens with f2.4 aperture, 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, 2MP mono lens with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, the phone has innovative selfie camera setup. It has 16MP motorized pop-up selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. OPPO RENO 2 operates Android 9 Pie ColorOS 6.1 operating system. As for the battery concern, it has 4000 mAh non-removable battery with 20W VOOC flash charge 3.0 charging support. The phone available in 3 color variant: luminous black, ocean blue, sunset pink, and its weighs about 189 grams. REALME XT Pro available in the market from October 2019. The phone offers flagship features like ONEPLUS in cheaper price range. The phone got a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display and resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The REALME XT Pro has installed 7nm Snapdragon 855 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 640, GPU turbo up to 700MHz, 6GB, 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 128GB, 256GB of internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side, 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 13MP telephoto lens with f2.5 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is a 2MP depth sensor lens with f2.4 aperture. On the front side, it has 16MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. REALME XT Pro operates Android 9 Pie, planned to upgrade Android 10 ColorOS 6.1 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4000 mAh non-removable battery with 50W VOOC super fast battery charging support, which can charge 100% in just 35 minutes. The phone available in 4 color variant: lunar white, Neptune blue, red mustard edition, grey mustard edition, and its weighs about 199 grams. Contrary to custom, not so much version of the predecessor of ONEPLUS 7, but the new smartphone comes with completely different main camera. ONEPLUS 70 is available in the market from October 2019. The phone got a 6.55-inch Fluid AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The ONEPLUS 70 has installed 7nm Snapdragon 855 Plus processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 640. It has 8GB of RAM with 128GB or 256GB of internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has triple camera setup on the back side. It has 48MP main shooter with f1.6 aperture and the 12MP telephoto lens with f2.2 aperture and the 16MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, it has 16MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. ONEPLUS 70 operates Android 10 Oxygen OS 10.0.7 operating system. As for the battery, it has 3800 mAh non-removable lithium polymer battery with 30W warp charge support. The phone available in 2 color variant: Frosted Silver, Glacier Blue, and its weighs about 190 grams. Sony back with 3.5mm audio jack with front stereo speakers and dynamic vibration system. Sony Xperia 1 Mark II announced in the market in February 2020. The phone got a 6.5-inch 90Hz OLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1644x3840 pixels with an aspect ratio of 21:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark II has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water up to 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark II has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance, with integrated powerful GPU RENO 650. It has 8GB of RAM with 256GB UFS 2.1 of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 256GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 12MP main shooter with f1.7 aperture and the 12MP telephoto lens with f2.4 aperture and the 12MP ultra-wide sensor lens with f2.2 aperture. And the fourth camera is 0.3MP 3D TOF camera. The cameras are represented by 3 12MP with different focal length and an additional TOF module. Particularly emphasize the speed and accuracy of autofocus. You can do 20 frames per second with tracking autofocus and able to focus on eyes of man and animal. The camera interface offers numerous manual settings. Supports RAW, lenses are calibrated by Zeiss. The smartphone can be used as a screen and remote control for Sony Alpha cameras. There is also a lot of interesting things for video shooting, in particular the setting and color parameter that are used during professional shooting. Supports 4K HDR video recording and features Zeiss optics, LED flash, panorama, HDR, eye tracking, 5-axis, gyro EIS, OIS, etc. And it can record 4K video at 60 frames per second and 1080p video at 120 frames per second. On the front side, it has 8MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. Sony Xperia 1 Mark II operates Android 10 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4000 mAh non-removable battery. The phone available in two color variant, black and purple, and it weighs about 181.4 gram. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is an average size and price smartphone from the flagship S20 line. In all aspects, it is similar to the Galaxy S20, only the screen and battery is larger. It differs more seriously from the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and the cameras are even cooler. All kind of delicious buns such as IP68 certified and the glossy case is appeared in this smartphone. But unfortunately, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack in this smartphone. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED 2x touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440x3200 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. And it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water up to 1.5 meter of depth, and it is gonna last for 30 minutes. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus has installed 7nm Exynos 990 processor for its performance, with integrated powerful GPU Mali G77 MP11 for global version, and another version for USA is available in the market, which has Snapdragon 865 processor with Adreno 650 GPU. It has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 512GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 12MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 16MP telephoto lens with f2.0 aperture, and the 12MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is TOF 3D camera with 0.3MP and f1.0 aperture. On the front side, it has 10MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus operates Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4500 mAh non-removable battery with 25 watt fast battery charging support, and it also supports 9 watt wireless charging. The phone available in 6 color variant, and it weighs about 186 gram.